Well, good evening, and thank you for joining us. We're very excited to have Hungrytown with us tonight. Came all the way from Vermont. How many stops have you made on the way here?
A bunch.
A bunch.
About halfway through a 6-week tour.
And this is your first tour since?
2020.
Okay.
Yeah. I think our last tour ended in March 2020.
Okay. Well, we're very happy to have them here, and we'd like to thank the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund for making this concert possible. We're always happy to receive their support, and I'm just going to let you guys get started.
Okay.
So.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Leroy.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
A 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
Great to be here in Minnesota. We're excited. This is our first time in New Ulm, so we have obviously the show tonight, some shows tomorrow in the nearby areas in the same library system, and then Saturday is going to be our sightseeing day. So if you have any good suggestions of places that we should go.
And if you're watching this pre-recorded, ignore everything she just said.
Right. Anyway, we are Hungrytown, and we hail from the state of Vermont, and we write most of our own songs. You're going to hear tonight are songs that we wrote, and this next one was inspired by actually a beautiful autumn day in Vermont, and that's sort of the backdrop of the song, but it also tells the story of a young couple who have just met and fallen in love, and then the young man gets called up to serve in a war. So the song is written from his point of view as he's heading off, away from home and off into the unknown. And this is called November Song.
Are you ready?
Yes.
A 2, 3, 4.
Through the hills Jumping high, you can catch the sun. Turn the clock back when the day is done. Teach the sea to forsake the shore. Stop the young men marching on to war. Through the hills as the streams do flow. That's the way she always seems to go. As autumn trees spread against the sky, so shines the color in my true love's eye. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Yes. So this next song is on our third album, which is called Further West. And the song itself is another one that we wrote, and it's about how things sometimes can be deceptive on the surface, and then you find out a little bit later, oh, this wasn't exactly what I thought it was. So many experiences.
You didn't get what you bargained for.
Yeah, so many experiences
You
in
wanted
life
one
seem
thing
like
and
that.
you got something else.
Yeah, it's like
We know, we've all been there.
shiny packaging or something, I don't know. But it's another one that we wrote, and the song is called Don't You Let Me Down.
So it's a sing-along. Feel free to sing along. And if, once again, you're watching the show pre-recorded,
Yes.
you'll have to sing extra loud for us to hear you.
I took the young girl for my wife, don't you let me down. Got her hair turned gray on our wedding night, don't you let me down. Don't you let me down, don't you let me down. Her hair turned gray on our wedding night, don't you let me down. I bought a house high on a hill, don't you let me down. We turn to dust as houses will, don't you let me down. Don't you let me down, don't you let me down. We turn to dust as houses will, don't you let me down. I saved a nickel every day, don't you let me down. Till the bank man stole it all away, don't you let me down. Don't you let me down, don't you let me down. The bank man stole it all away, don't you let me down. A truer friend you'll never find, don't you let me down. Till the day I leave you all behind, don't you let me down.
Thank you. Hope you were uplifted by that.
Yes. So a lot of the songs that we write are inspired by the folk tradition, sort of Celtic and Appalachian both. And for many years we've been going over to the UK to do shows. And when we play over there, a lot of times we would play in folk clubs, and we would be basically the guest of the night. So we'd do maybe 2 45-minute sets, but before we would get up to sing, people that were members of that club would usually get up and sing a few songs themselves. And a lot of the songs were from areas right from wherever they were living in England or Scotland or Wales, and that's how we actually learned a lot of music that way. We're going to do a song for you next that is one of the first songs like that we learned, and it's a Scottish traditional ballad called The False Bride. I once loved a lass and loved her so well. I hated all others who spoke of her ill. And now she's rewarded me well for my life. For she's gone and she's wed another. I saw my love up to the church go, with bridesmen and bridesmaidens. She made a fine show, and I followed on with my heart full of woe. Now she's gone and she's with another. I saw my love as she sat down to dine. I sat down beside her and I poured the wine, and thought on the lass who should have been mine. Now she's gone and she's with another. All the men in the forest, they ask it of me. How many strawberries grow in the salt sea? And I answered them with a tear in my eye. How many ships sail in the forest? So dig me a grave and dig it so deep, and cover it over with flowers so sweet, that I'll lay me down for to take a long sleep. And maybe in time I'll forget her. Thank you so much.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, I don't even know how old that song is. Probably several
Probably
hundred years.
even older than me.
Probably even older than Ken. And we're kind of doing two traditional ballads in a row here.
Folk music doubleheader.
Yeah, and we've actually been home, as many musicians have, for the past 2 years off the road. And so we had some time to do some recording. And this is another song that we learned from our trips across the Atlantic. And I believe this is actually an Irish traditional ballad, and another sort of love gone wrong song, of which there seem to be so many. But we always really liked this one and decided to record it and put it on our most recent album, which we almost finished recording right before we came on this tour, but we still have a couple more songs to work on, so that'll be a project for when we get back home. But yeah, this is called Green Grow the Laurels. Or it will be once we get in tune.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Green grow the laurels, soft falls the dew, and sad I was, darling, when parting from you. Perhaps in the future our love will renew, and we'll join the green laurel and the violet. So I wrote my love a letter with red rosy lines. He wrote me back another, all twisted and twined, saying, keep your love letter and I will keep mine. You write to your love and I'll write to mine. I walk by his window both night time and day, and the look that he gave me 1,000 would slay. Oh, the look that he gave me 1,000 would kill. Though he had undeceived me, I love that boy still. Oh, sometimes I wonder why women love men, and sometimes I wonder why men do love them. But from my own knowledge, I will have you know that many are deceivers wherever they go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. We're very grateful. And thank you for being here. Whoever you are, I don't know. It could be a million of you. It could be 3, it doesn't matter. But we're happy we're happy you're with us now. As Rebecca said, we've been off the road for more than 2 years because of the pandemic and everything that entailed. The song we're going to play for you now, it predates that, but I think it still kind of speaks to our current situation in that many of us, I guess all of us have been affected by this, and all of us, I'm sure, know somebody who's either died or got sick, and you know, probably has felt a lot of anguish about it. I guess something that probably all of us have in common at this point is a feeling of disconnectedness, of feeling left behind, a feeling not really part of anything anymore, at least from time to time. And that's certainly been the case with us. And I think this song kind of addresses that a little bit. It's the title track from our second album, and it's called Any Forgotten Thing.
Lately my hands don't seem to work the way I want them to, and I'd like to look up at the sky instead of down at my shoes. Can't seem to turn my mind to what each day might bring, 'cause I've fallen into disrepair like any forgotten thing. The clock upon the mantle is falling out of time. I can't see why I should wind it while I'm so far behind. But I might replace the front doorbell just to hear it ring. Or let the old one rust away like any forgotten thing. Some things here can still be fixed, for others it's too late. But I can't be sure of what to keep and what to throw away. It's like living in the space between the winter and the spring. One season of uncertainty for every forgotten thing. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
So this next song is takes it's sort of like if you imagine while you're listening to the song that you are at a fairground or amusement park, like any place where there might be rides or something like that. And the song is basically someone is seated on a carousel and going around and around this ride. And as they're going around, there's something about the motion of the ride that just brings up memories of their life.
Let me bring up something else.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyway, this song is
I totally wrecked it, didn't I?
the song is named after the antique instrument that you still hear sometimes on old carousels, which is called a calliope. The music of the carousel echoes a sweet refrain of fairground scenes from days gone by, and how we used to play. My horse is faded silver, yours is white and gold. Swiftly around the track we go, and where we'll stop, who's to know? got so far to go. Nice. That's what we like to hear. That was sort of got the idea for the melody just driving along the highway. Actually, we're in New Mexico at the time, and that's what I thought it sounded like. It just reminded me of being on a carousel.
Always reminds me of House on the Rock in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's a cool place.
They have some crazy stuff in there. They have amazing fairground stuff and crazy calliopes, these instruments, the mechanical instruments that play like 5 or 6 things at one time, or robotic orchestras. Personally, I think a couple of them are fake.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter
It's
because the spectacle is
spectacle
just
of
so
everything
amazing
is so great.
and eccentric and just psychedelic.
Are you
Okay.
talking about
Oh,
that?
sorry. I was getting lost in House on the Rock. I guess there's not a whole lot to say, but the next song. But it's that thing with songwriting. It gives you an opportunity to talk about yourself or to talk about something, but rather than just saying it as if it's coming from you, you send that quality to something else, to another object. And in this song, that object is a falling star. Maybe your own longings, your own disappointments, your own hopes. So let's play it, A Falling Star. Right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you want to count this one off?
2, 3, 4. Saw one just the other night, making its way through the sky was a tiny light, just a falling star, a falling star, a falling star. I like to think it fell down to the ground, someplace safe, someplace it could be found. Just a falling star, a falling star, a falling star. Oh, little star, can you see me? Was it love that brought you down so easily? Just a falling star, a falling star, a falling star. Falling star, you shine so bright. I wonder what it would become without your light. Just a falling star, a falling star, a falling star.
Thank you.
So, most of the songs you're going to hear tonight are either traditionals or we wrote them, but we'd like to actually do a song next by a songwriter and musician who has really inspired us. His name is Bert Jansch, and he used to be in this group called Pentangle back in the 60s and 70s, and wrote a lot of great songs. And this was just one that we were listening to a lot, especially during the pandemic, during this time when we just didn't know, everything's so uncertain. And especially in our profession, we never knew what was happening from one minute to the next, how we were going to proceed. And so it just was kind of a hopeful theme. And in the song, the writer talks about just sort of spending a fitful night, but when he wakes up in the morning, just the sort of sun and all of the daytime things are sort of calming to him. And we were hoping to wake up at some point and feel like that. So this is a song that had relevance for us. And we actually recorded this one too and it's going to be on our next record. And this was written by the songwriter Bert Jansch, and the song is called Morning Brings Peace of Mind.
Well, I'll be with you in a minute. Okay.
You've got a lot of things to get on.
A lot of like prosthetics here.
Yes, you do.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
The sound of the day, so beautiful to hear, in the clear, bright sunlight that come flooding, crystal clear voices, so happy in the street. Oh, the new day beginning is so near. The new day beginning young and fair. My restless heart's never still, turning and tossing through the night. Thoughts running wild in confusion, people and places all jumbled in my mind. Oh, the new day beginning is so near. The new day beginning young and fair. Morning brings peace of mind, and the birds are singing in the air. Gone are the nightmares are running, and the fear of the darkness has vanished with the light. Oh, the new day beginning is so near. The new day beginning young and fair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Such a nice, hopeful song. Yeah, it's great to be back out on the road traveling again. This is kind of like our natural state, so it's nice to be doing that
You
once
mean
again.
Minnesota?
Yeah, I do like Minnesota a lot, and I wish we could come here more. I think it's a great place to be.
We'll make it a plan.
Yeah, we'll have to add it into more tours. So this next song that we're going to play for you was inspired by just so many of our drives, and I guess it's always good to write from experience. And one of the things that we've experienced more than almost anything else is highways. We really know them so well, and so we wanted to write kind of an ode to a highway, and rather than having characters or some kind of a story, it's just sort of meant to be like this little like snapshots of what's passing by as you go down the road, and a little bit of the romance of traveling, but also the kind of disconnect and alienation of it too. So
You were mentioning that one of our songs, the Calliope, sounded a bit like a carousel going up and down. We kind of wrote this to kind of evoke the feeling of just driving down I-80 and driving and driving. We know it well.
Anyway, the song is called Static.
On this highway, no reflectors, hard to see where we are turning now. Driving after midnight past the farmers who have put their fields to bed. Gone so far, you'll never catch me now. Soon to be forgotten anyhow. The radio just crackles, only static anytime I think of tuning in. I know just how it feels to think you've lost whatever signal you once had. Gone so far, you'll never catch me now. Soon to be forgotten anyhow. So far between the towns, I can't remember when we last drove past a traffic light. Maybe we can get to California by the morning if we drive all night. Gone so far, you'll never catch me now. Soon to be forgotten anyhow.
Thank you.
Thank you. So our name is Hungrytown, and we got our name from the next song that we're going to play for you, which is one that we wrote. And the song takes its title from an actual place. There's a road in Covesville, Virginia, which is in the Blue Ridge Mountains. called Hungrytown Road. And if you drive down that road, you might expect from the name that it would lead to a place called Hungrytown, but instead it just kind of peters out after about a half a mile. There's a few houses on it though. And so we wrote this song kind of, we just thought it was such an evocative name for a place and that it could stand for so many things in writing a song. It's sort of the song, as we were writing it, sort of became about if you're leading a life that's kind of dissatisfying in some way and you feel like you're doing everything right, you're doing everything by the rule book, but it's still, you still feel like this isn't really working.
Spinning your wheels.
Yeah, just do something crazy instead, maybe. I don't know, that's always been my motto, but
You can spin them the wrong way.
yes,
See what
yeah.
happens.
I might not be a good role model in that respect. But yeah, this is Hungrytown Road.
There's a road that leads out of this town, and one day gonna follow it down. I'm going down the Hungrytown Road till I reach the place I belong. I got married when I was just a young girl, and I never seen much of the world, but I learned how to fight with the ones that I love, and to pay for the words that I said. There's a road that leads out of this town, and one day gonna follow it down. I'm going down the Hungrytown Road till I reach the place I belong. Well, I saved and I worked every day, but I never seemed to put much away. It's too low a price for a life that's so dear, so I guess I'll be moving along. There's a road that leads out of this town, and one day gonna follow it down. I'm going down the Hungrytown Road till I reach the place I belong. I look up at the mountain so high that their treetops are brushing the sky, and I know there's a road that leads past those hills, but I wonder how far it will take me. There's a road that leads out of this town, and one day gonna follow it down. I'm going down the Hungrytown Road until I reach the place I belong. Till I reach the place I belong.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Reminds you of what? A different road?
Started a nice highway,
Okay.
then went down to a smaller one. Then went to a gravel
Sounds like Vermont.
Yes, like where we live.
The next thing, we were going up this cow path to the pasture.
Yeah, then we totally feel your pain.
Yeah.
We've been there too.
There are a lot of roads like that in Vermont that your GPS says you can get through, but you can't get through.
Somehow they didn't get the message. This road was like made class 4 is basically unpassable, like back in the 1930s. But you know, the GPS people never got the message.
So I want to thank the library for having us come and do these concerts. It's been so wonderful to have the opportunity to come out here. We do have one more song for you, but just wanted to let the folks here know that we have some CDs and other merchandise in the back. For anybody watching,
Sorry, CDs and download cards, because nowadays CDs are, you know, if people who have players, but a lot of people in their cars, they don't have players anymore. And for people watching online on video, you can find us, and everyone, at hungrytown.net, facebook.com/hungrytown. And please give us a like, even if you don't like us. And what else?
you can.
You know, actually, believe it or not, I have 2
We do.
8-track recorders and a big pile of 8-track tapes, and we are seriously thinking about it.
He's definitely threatening to make like 8-track only recording.
With a
of
bonus
something.
track
Yeah.
available only on 8-track.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Just to like, just to, no. But anyway,
Be the next thing after vinyl.
yeah, I suppose.
so.
Yep, and so, and you know, online, please, you can find us, you can also find us on Spotify, and you can find us on Tidal, iTunes, Amazon, all of the.
Patreon?
Yeah, but also please, on Spotify or any of those things, please give us a follow, Hungrytown, and yes, and you can follow us, and you can actually join us on Patreon if you like, $5 a month, best deal in town. You'll get special privileges and early access to new material and a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So please, Patreon, another option. Is that everything?
I think that we've made out. Are there any library announcements?
I'll give them after you finish.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to finish up here with This Is a Springtime Song, and it seems really appropriate because it's here, it's happening. So this is another one that we wrote, sort of an Appalachian-style harmony ballad. It's called The Sweetest Flower.
The sweetest flower I ever saw grows on the westward plain. The only boy I ever loved, I never may see again. The blue star blooms but once a year, when the sun shines bright in the sky. But if you pluck those flowers out, then they will surely die. And if you tell the one you love that you'll be no man's bride, he'll leave you sure as the sun will rise, as sure as the tears you'll cry. The flowers in my garden grow and bloom from spring to fall, but wildflowers grow just where they will and need no care at all. The sweetest flower I ever saw grows on the westward plain. The only boy I ever loved, I never may see again.
Thank you, we're Hungrytown. Have a great evening, or morning or afternoon.
At the case maybe.
Oh, here's Leroy.
I'd like to say thank you, folks. I have to leave anyway, but I'm glad that you put on a nice little program. I'm sorry more people didn't show up.
But the VIP showed up, that's the important thing.
And there's so many bad things going on in this world, in this country. More people should be more involved in music. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here.
So I guess I forgot to introduce myself at the beginning. I'm Leroy. I'm the programming librarian here at the new Ulm Public Library. And so we're very grateful for those of you who came to view it live, and we hope we get lots of people that see the recorded version as well. We're so happy to see Hungrytown here with us here in Minnesota. And they're going to be playing, as they mentioned, tomorrow at the Dykeman Free Library in Sleepy Eye, 11 o'clock in the morning.
11 o'clock.
And then in the Springfield Public Library at 7 p.m. Is that right? Okay. And again, just a big thank you to the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund for making programs like this possible. It's always great to be able to bring things like this, great talent, and for free for the community. And so as part of that, before you go, if you could fill out a survey that we have at the back that's part of the grant about the concert tonight, we'd really appreciate it. But again, thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thanks, Leroy.
Thanks.